How to build a landing page for beginners using Tribe Architect. Hi, welcome to the Hidden Online Living YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and in this video I'm going to show you step by step how you can create and develop a simple landing page using the Tribe Architect landing page building software. Tribe Architect is a program that I actually use to build my own landing pages on my websites. It's very simple to use and straightforward, and I highly recommend using it. I've been using it on and off for a little while, and they're always updating it with cool new features regularly, so there's always something to be playing around with when you want to try out different things. And essentially, landing pages are a great way to help promote your business as well when you want to drive traffic to promote offers and services that you're looking to provide information on. So we'll just get straight into it. I'll just jump into my computer and then I'll actually walk you through the process of how to build a simple and effective landing page that you can actually use for your own websites. Okay, so I'm just in my WordPress dashboard, and essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come up here onto my pages section and I'm going to create a new page. I'll just wait for it to load. Okay, so once it's loaded, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a name. Essentially what I'm doing with this page, I'm just creating a page for an email sequence that I'm creating. So it's going to be fairly simple enough. So I'm just going to get started with it. So I'm just going to give it a name. Once I've given it a name, then I'm just going to come here and just click with Launch Tribe Architect. Okay, so now once the page is loaded up, you'll be greeted with this type of screen. So what you want to even do is just come over here and just click on Change Template. Now obviously you can start off with a blank template, but because I'm just wanting to do a simple email sequence, I'm just going to use one of these standard templates. It's just to be quicker and easier to set up. So again, I'm just going to pick something here that's just nice and simple, because as part of it I'm going to be embedding a video on the page. So actually this one here looks like a nice simple one. I'll just click that. Okay, so just click on this one here. Looks nice and simple. And then click on Choose Template. Okay, now so with the page loaded up, it should look something like this. And here you have your headings, and then obviously you have your YouTube video. So what I'll be doing is literally I'll be getting the link to my YouTube video and I paste it in here, so my video should actually come up in this segment. The reason why I decided to pick this template is because it has the layout of everything that I actually need, and it allows me to work that a little bit quicker. But again, you can still change everything around if you want, if it suits. So essentially what I want to do is I want to keep this page really as simple as possible. So just looking here, there's a lot of these things here where I don't think I really need, so I'll be removing a lot of this stuff. I'll keep a few sections obviously, but a lot of the rest of it I'm going to get rid of it. So I'll just start really at the top and just start working my way down pretty much. So I'll just remove that section here, remove this one, keep that one there for now, remove that, remove that, I'll keep that one there, remove that. Essentially anything that I know that I'm not going to use is just going to be removed. Okay, so I think I have enough there for now. Right, so I'll just get to work and start updating it. I'll change the headings and I'll update the content here. I want this part here because I want to talk a little bit about myself and what I'm trying to do with my channel and what I'm trying to work with. So I'll just go through the process and we'll get started on this. Okay, so I'm actually just going to change the heading. I've already just copied it and I'm going to paste it. So what I can do is I can even change the color of the text just to make it more that it can stand out a wee bit better. Okay, so at least it makes it a bit more, it stands out a wee bit better. Actually, you know what, just to do little things just to tidy it up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is just update this subheading. Okay, so I'm just going to go on to the next section. I'm just going to edit this here as well. I ended up bolding the whole lot, but it'll do. Right, so I'm just going to continue editing this section here. So I'm just actually going to remove this text. Okay, so I'll just keep adding a wee bit more. I just want to obviously keep it short and concise, but at the same time I want to add as much value and depth as possible. At least that way when someone comes to the page they can clearly see what I'm trying to portray to them. Because ideally I want everything that I'm doing to be as helpful as possible, and it's to build up that trust. That's essentially when you're building a landing page, essentially you want to build up that level of trust with your potential customer or follower. Okay, so I just move this box up here, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a bulleted list. Okay, I'll just do one more. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight that. I'm actually going to center it like that. Right, so I just kind of skipped ahead a little bit. I was trying to figure out how to actually move this section here into the center. Tribe Architect doesn't really have an option where you can literally just drag it. It allows you to drag it up and down in between different segments, but you can't move it within that content space. You have to actually go down to the options here. So literally all I did was go into layout and position, and then go to advanced, and then what you need to do is go to position and click on relative, and then obviously then you can move it back and forth. So in this case just going to move it to about 125 pixels, so that's about good to go. So as the case then, once that's good to go, it should just save me work then, and that's it there. At least it's nice and tidier looking now. Okay, so I'm just going to edit the text in this box here. Okay, so hopefully that's enough for that there section. It's very simple but yet informative, and it gives people an information, a sense of what I'm actually trying to provide, and to know that they can actually, that I can build trust with them, and that they can actually get in contact with me and they don't feel intimidated by getting involved. Right, so I just quickly edit this next section here and this next section here, and then the footer at the end, and then that'll be pretty much this page done. Right, so I'm just going to edit this next section. Okay, so that's that section done. I'm literally just going to move down into the final few sections. I'm just going to update the copy, and I'm just going to replace the image. So what I'm actually going to do first off, I'm just actually going to replace this image here, so I'm going to click on it. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here to main options, I'm going to click on replace image. So I'm just going to upload an image that I have, so I'm just going to have one here in the folder. Just going to click it and drag it and let it upload. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this here, so I'll just edit the details of it. So I'm just going to click, once it's highlighted, just going to click insert into post. Okay, so obviously I'm going to need to resize that. The cool feature about with this here, one of the new features in Tribe Architect, it does allow you to fully resize the image on the fly, which is pretty cool. So it does make it a lot easier. So I'm just going to update this here with my name, and just change this here as well to the name of my channel. So I'm literally just going to edit the copy here, and what I'll do is I'll actually come back when I've actually finished, and I'll just move on to the next section then. Okay, so I've actually finished editing this last section here, so I'm just going to finish off with the photo. So I'm just going to come down in here and I'm just going to put in the name again, company. Okay, so what I want to do then here on this side is I want to link to my privacy policy. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to highlight that. What I'm actually going to do is come back to my pages. So I'm just going to find my privacy policy. Here it is. Just click on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is right click here on the permalink and just go to copy link address, and then I'm going to go back to my landing page, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the link option here on the wee tab board here at the top, click on it, and then it'll give me a list of options. So obviously I can jump between a static link, jump link, or a dynamic link. I'm just going to keep it as a standard static link for this here. So I'm literally just going to paste in the URL, and obviously I'm just going to have it to open a link in a new tab, and just click insert. So that's it there now, so it's linked there. So I'm just going to make sure to save my work. And that's pretty much it for now. This here, I've just got one more thing to do, and that is literally just edit the video. I'm just going to embed my video that I want to put on the page. Again, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it here, and I'm actually going to go to my YouTube channel itself, and I'm just going to literally just hear the video here. So I'm literally just going to click on the options and get shareable link. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go over to the main options menu here. So I'm literally just going to highlight this URL and override it with my link, and again I'm going to click save. So there's my video now embedded on the page. So I'm just going to save my work. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to preview it, see how it looks. Okay, so there it is there. It's nice and neat. So obviously when I click on this here, it'll take me to privacy policy of my website. Just make sure that that link is working. Yeah, there we have it. So that's the link to my privacy policy page, so that works. Yeah, so everything looks good, and again it's nice and simple and it's effective. You don't need to make your landing page overly complicated, especially if you're only starting out and you're relatively new. You just want to keep it as simple as possible, but again you want to make it look professional, but you also want to make it look inviting for potential users. Right, so with that out of the way, there's just one or two little things you just need to kind of just be aware of. Obviously we've previewed it, but again you just want to make sure you preview it on different formats, so that at least it looks okay when you're going to view it on different devices and so forth. Right, that's on tablet view, it actually looks okay, so I'm just going to literally view it on mobile. Okay, so I'm going to have to edit this here. Everything else seems to be pretty much okay. I'll just need to edit this here and obviously just change some of the size of the fonts and so forth. Okay, right, so again, so literally what I'm going to do with this area here, just going to go back into layout and position. Again, like before, just going to go in under the advanced section. Most of the stuff should still be relatively checked from before, make sure that it's relative. And on the horizontal segment, you're literally just going to move the board up until it fits. So let's say around 1 pixel. Or even yeah, 0. Yeah, that's good to go. So I'll just save that. So make sure that I want to change everything. Okay, so it's the same thing again with my tablet here, so I'll just make sure with that highlighted. Yeah, and just change it out. Yeah, looks good to go there. So save my work. Alright, so I'm just going to double check that section to make sure that everything is okay. Okay, everything seems in order. Okay, so it's obviously moved this one back now, so I'll have to change that again. Okay, leave it a bit there. Yeah, it just seems to play up a little bit when you're moving it between the different viewpoints. So it's just something to be aware of. It seems to affect the movement when you're changing from one layer to the next. So you just need to be a little bit careful. You just need to double and triple check it just to be sure anyway. But no, that seems good so far. Alright, so I'll just click on preview one last time, just to fully make sure that everything is good to go. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Yeah, it's nice and simple, it's effective. So I'll just make sure just to double check to see if it work again. So one last thing I just actually want to point out as well is that when you've actually created your landing page, what you can actually do is you can save this as a template on itself. So if you just come up here to the options bar on the side where it says settings, click on that, and you can save the landing page. And then you can make your own custom template. Just save this as a custom template. It just means that when you come back in to work on another, say, similar project or similar landing page, you can just use that template there, and then it's just a case of just changing out the information that you want to change. Okay, so just right, okay, so I'll just save that, and that's it. So now you'll be able to use that again for future projects. So it'll cut your workload down an awful lot. So you'll be able to get more done in less time. Now you know how to actually build a simple enough and effective landing page using Tribe Architect software. And hopefully you can use it yourself to actually go and create something for yourself that will really help you, give you a lot of leverage in your business and going and moving forward. So if you have started using the software and you think it's going to be beneficial to you, I want to hear your thoughts. Be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know how you're getting on with using the software and how it's helping grow your business. So hopefully you found the content here to be useful, and if you have, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Also turn on notifications to be made aware of future content. And also be sure to share the video so that other people may benefit from the content that's here. Also be sure to check out the first link in the description and the pinned comment for a simple and effective step-by-step blueprint that you can actually use to help you grow your business and get started today. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.